With only a quarter of its paintings, prints, drawings and sculptures on show at any one time, much of the impact of the National Portrait Gallery is lost. Because of its role as a recorder of famous figures of the past and present, it's a gallery of history more than a gallery of art, because the sitter is often more important than the painter. Now, with the gift of 3 adjacent Crown properties, the gallery has the chance of bringing its research, library and archive system, now in Lewisham, back home, as well as providing hanging space for around another 3,000 exhibits. At the moment, they're stored in reference rooms away from where the public can see them, waiting their turn to be hung on the gallery's present cramped walls. Now, that painting of Rab Butler, is that one of the kinds of pictures you would like to see on permanent display, perhaps
exactly
in the new gallery?
So, yes. It was actually the portrait which was painted by our first John Player Portrait Award winner. That's 10 years ago.
Will you also be able to rotate the pictures more often when you have the extra gallery space?
Yes, very much so. There'll be a specialist photographic gallery, for example, and others which we can rotate much more easily than we can now.
Dr. Hayes, these are tough economic times. How hopeful are you that you'll raise the extra cash that you need from private sources?
Well, I know there are an enormous number of people trying to raise money at the moment, but we think that this is a very carefully costed and sensible scheme.
Even though the gallery has already been promised £5.5 million by the government, it still has to raise just over £4 million more from private sources to pay for the new extension, which should be ready in 4 years. Christopher Rainbow for Thames News.